Hey guys, this is Amit and you are watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between Samsung Galaxy A52 versus Oppo F19 Pro, and we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips, and about the prices. And in the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices. Talking about the rear camera of the devices, A52 have quad camera setup, 64 megapixel of wide camera, 12 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 5 megapixel of macro camera and 5 megapixel of depth sensor. And about F19 Pro, it also comes with quad camera setup, 48 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. So the winner here is A52 because it have better camera sensors, which can take great photos and more sharper images. And about front camera of the devices, A52 have 32 megapixel of wide camera and F19 have 16 megapixel of wide camera. So the winner here is A52 because it have low aperture, which can take low noisy photo in low light conditions. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. Both of the devices have LED flash, HDR and panorama, so it's a tie here. And about the video recording options in the devices, A52 can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 120 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization, and F19 Pro can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 120 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization. So the winner here is A52 because it have better camera sensor. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. A52 have Android 11 support, whereas F19 Pro have Android 11 support too. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have same operating system. And about the user interface of the devices, A52 have one UI, whereas F19 Pro comes with ColorOS. So I will call it's a tie here because both of the devices have different UI. So it's up to you which UI you like it or not, it's up to you. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. A52 is powered by Snapdragon 720G based on 8nm processor, whereas F19 Pro is also powered by Helio P95 based on 12nm processor. So the winner here is A52 because it have faster processing speed as compared to F19 Pro. And about the GPU of the devices, A52 is packed with Adreno 618, whereas F19 Pro is packed with PowerVR. So the winner here is A52 because it can give you more FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. A52 can clock at 2.3 GHz based on octa-core Creo chipset, whereas F19 Pro can clock at 2.2 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset. So the winner here is A52 because it can give you more FPS in games. And about the RAM variants in the devices, A52 comes with 3 RAM variants, 4, 6 and 8 GB of RAM variants, whereas F19 Pro have only 8 GB of RAM variant. So clearly the winner here is A52 because it have multi-RAM options. Let's talk about the internal storage of the devices. A52 comes with two options, 128 and 256 GB of storage, whereas F19 also have two storage options, 128 and 256 GB. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have same storage options. And about the external storage of the devices, A52 have external card slot but it uses shared SIM slot, but F19 Pro have micro SD dedicated card slot option. So the winner here is F19 Pro. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. A52 have 6.5 inches of display, whereas F19 Pro also have 6.43 inches of display. So the winner here is A52 because it has slightly bigger screen size. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, A52 have 84.9% of ratio, whereas F19 Pro have 85.2%, whereas F19 Pro have 85.2%. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have approximately the same ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. A52 comes with Full HD Plus display. In the other hand, F19 Pro also have Full HD Plus display. And about the display type of the devices, A52 have Super AMOLED display having 90 Hz of refresh rate, whereas F19 Pro have Super AMOLED display. So the winner here is A52 because it have 90 Hz of display panel, which can give you more smooth transition as compared to normal panel. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. A52 have 8.4 mm of thickness, whereas F19 have 7.8 mm of thickness. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it has slimmer body design. Talking about the weight of the devices, A52 comes with 189 grams of weight, whereas F19 Pro have 172 grams of weight. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it have lower body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, A52 have Gorilla Glass 5, whereas F19 Pro also have Gorilla Glass 3 protective glass on it. So the winner here is A52 because it is more durable than its older generation of glass. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. A52 have glass pack with plastic frame, whereas F19 Pro have glass back with a plastic frame. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have same build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support. So it's a tie here. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices, let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. A52 have under display fingerprint scanner. In the other side, F19 Pro have under display fingerprint scanner too. So I will call it a tie here. And about the sensors in the devices, A52 have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass, whereas F19 Pro have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass. So I will call it a tie here because both of the devices have same sensors. Let's talk about the battery capacity of the devices. A52 have 4500 mAh battery, whereas F19 Pro have 4300 mAh batteries. So clearly it's a tie here because both of the devices have approximately same battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. A52 have 25 watts of fast charging, whereas F19 Pro have 30 watts of fast charging. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it can charge up your device faster. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. A52 comes with stereo speakers, whereas F19 Pro also have normal speakers. So the winner here is A52 because it can produce immersive sound. And about the headphone jack of the devices, A52 have 3.5 mm of headphone jack, whereas F19 Pro also have. So I will call it a tie here. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both of the devices have Wi-Fi AC, dual band Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi direct and hotspot. So it's a tie here. And about the Bluetooth versions of the devices, A52 have 5th generation of Bluetooth, whereas F19 Pro have 5.1 generation of Bluetooth. So the winner here is F19 Pro because it have newer generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. A52 have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS, whereas F19 Pro have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS and QGIS. So clearly the winner here is F19 Pro because it have extra chip. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, A52 have 2nd gen of Type-C connector with OTG support, and F19 Pro also have 2nd gen of Type-C connector with OTG support. So it's a tie here. Moving to the prices of the devices. In the international market, price of A52 is around $400 US, and about F19 Pro is available from $300 US. In the Indian market, A52 have starting range from 26,500 rupees and F19 Pro have starting range from 21,500 rupees. So the conclusion of the video is, in the camera the winner is A52, in the performance the winner is A52, in the display the winner is A52, in the body segment the winner is F19 Pro, in the features of the devices the winner is F19 Pro, in the communication chips it's a tie, and about the prices the winner is A52. So the decision is totally yours, which device you like the most so far, and let me know in the comment below what do you think, which device is better for you. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like our content, please like our video, share this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment what you thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.